Hello my friends. Right, little bit about me. I'm a cleaner. I work in a care home. Before that I used to clean for myself. I used to go to people's homes and clean their homes, but then COVID hit, you couldn't go into people's houses, so I didn't have any work, so I had to get a job like the rest of them. Anyway, with this job comes a loathing for Limescale. Now, as a cleaner, there's nothing more enjoyable for me in my job than to see something shine. And we live in Whitchurch in Shropshire, and we have a hell of a problem with Limescale. It is my nemesis, Limescale. I do anything to avoid having Limescale build up on anything. I'll just show you a little example. This is a kettle that we use on the log burner. You put it on top of the log burner to save boiling the kettle. When you've got that lit, you may as well just boil it on there. The heat's there. You can see here, white. That is Limescale. Whitchurch Limescale is a problem. It can be a problem on your appliances. You can get the build up in your iron, so you have to descale your iron. You can get it in your kettle. You can get it in your washing machine. You can get it around your taps. Anywhere that gets wet, you can get Limescale build up. Just total pain in the backside. So, what can we do about it? What can we do? Well, being a cleaner over the few years that I've done it, I found a few easy solutions of how to minimise it, and you're never going to stop it. You're never going to stop it, but there's a couple of tricks that you can use so you're not cleaning up after it as often. You're never going to win the fight, ever. Never going to win it. So I just thought I'd roll my sleeves up and show you a few methods that have helped me. So let's get to it. See the cloudy splodges. Usually around the taps. You can see it at the back there. You see it actually there at that angle. And all the white deposits. That is Limescale. Okay, so when I'm cleaning at home, in general, I will use this one. It's a general all-purpose cleaner. You can use it in your bathroom, on your ceramic, in your toilet. It's quite a gentle cleaner, but it's good on dirt, gets rid of dirt really well, but it doesn't work for Limescale. But it's a good cleaner, but it's not for Limescale. But I do use it on my sink, which is what I'm going to do now. The reason I'm doing this first is to get any surface dirt off, because even a clean sink gets a build up of grime on it. It's just life in it. So I'm just putting that on my dishcloth. I'm just gonna wipe the sink. Do you like my onesie? It's nice, isn't it? So I'm just going round, not really paying much attention to it. So I'm just going to dry it with the glass cloth just to show you what I'm left with after the sink has been cleaned. just a glass cloth from Lidl. So it's clean, but can you see here? This is very, very frustrating as a cleaner, because as it dries white. See, it's like splash marks all behind there, the back. So yes, it's lovely clean, but you've always got a little bloody limescale drip marks. Now, I'll show you a tip which is really good. This particular product is Barkeeper's Friend. It's a powder. So basically sprinkle it on, or you can put it on your cloth and just wipe it round. So I'm going to do that now and see how much of this, it brings up the shine. I don't expect this to get rid of any limescale, just putting that out there, because limescale is a different level. So just a damp cloth. It's just, I suppose it's similar principle of using bicarbonate soda as a cleaner. It's just mainly, I think, the abrasion, the abrasive actions. So yeah, it doesn't foam or anything like that. It doesn't smell special, doesn't smell of nothing. It smells fresh, but this is just the draining board. I've not done the rest of it. So with Limescale, one thing you need to start to do as a routine every single time is drying. Dry it, because you wet it, you wipe it with a damp cloth, it'll just dry, the watermarks will just dry and it'll look like you haven't done it. See all those streaks, all that there, Limescale, and it'll build up. If you dry it, the water doesn't get a chance to dry on the surface, it's gone, you've dried it away. I'll show you a tip which is really good. So I'm going to use another product, which is this one. This is what I used to use when I was working for myself. Another good one is Viacal. That's very good. That's another good limescale remover. This is going to go on the back. It just looks a mess. So make sure that you only pierce the top, because it's quite expensive, this, and you don't want to be wasting it, and you don't really need a lot anyway. So I'm just going to put that on the damp cloth, just sprinkle it, and that will go on the back there, and that will get rid of all those little marks, drips. I'm going to get another glass cloth out because that one's wet and I don't want to risk leaving streaks. These ones are the best. These are Minky glass cloths. They're only thin, but they're the best. I'm just going to wipe this off. I don't want any contamination. don't want any damage to my taps, so I'm going to wash it off. As you see now, all those watermarks have gone. Limescale remover. There's that under there, but I might just get a scraper to that one. So I think it's a bit thick. Always got a scraper. And that can get the chunky bits off that have gone a bit too far. Watermarks on the back at all. So doesn't it look so much better? Now that is with stainless steel. I will move on to showers, shower rooms, tiles. Not so much basins and baths. I don't know, it doesn't seem to stick as much, or it's not as noticeable as it is with stainless steel on the ceramic, but if you do get a build up around your basin, your wash basin, then Limescale is probably the best thing to use. But this other one is good, as long as you use it properly and rinse it off. But it's expensive. But Limescale is as well, isn't it? And that's in a spray, so it's probably even more wasteful. It depends how you open this. As long as you pierce it and just do that onto your cloth, it's not wasteful at all. So yeah, so how do we deal with Limescale on your shower screen? The way that we do it in this house, everybody is trained to do this now, is by using a squeegee. Do you know what a squeegee is? That is a squeegee. So you get out the shower, you've got a glass shower screen, you just go like that. I go one better. I've got a window vac, which basically is a machine. You go like that and it sucks off the water. Now the water's gone, you've got no watermarks. However, if you've got a shower like ours, it's a mixer shower. Obviously you've got a bar. I will do a video of this, but my son's in the shower at the moment, so. And I've got my onesie on, and I don't want to wet my onesie, do I? So where was I? Oh yeah, there's a bar. Stainless steel, isn't it? Stainless steel, but Limescale doesn't care. So when your shower's running on it, it's running all on the bar, it's drying on the bar. If you've got bath taps in the same place, so you've got your bar, you've got your taps, this is what we've got. So you've got double Limescale and it looks double mess, it looks dirty. It's not dirty, but it looks dirty. So what do? What's the solution? Clean it after every time you've had a shower. No! This is your solution. After you've had a shower, just dry the taps. Keep a glass cloth. We've got little hooks. Let me show you what I mean. So we've got these sticky hooks and these. So you put your glass cloth on that, on your hook, and just stick it somewhere by your bath. And surprisingly, it hasn't come off yet, and it's been there probably about 4 years, and the sticky hook hasn't come off, and we just hang it up, and then it's dry by the next time the person goes in next and dries it off, and it does keep the Limescale down. It will come back, it will, but it won't. You won't have to clean it as often. You won't have to clean the Limescale. You won't have to clean the Limescale off as often, because you're wiping it away, you're drying it, so it's not getting a chance to dry on the surface, which is what causes the white marks. So if you eliminate the wetness, you're halfway there, you're winning. Another thing I will say, I have done a review on this before, but it'll get said again because it is a good tip. If you do have Limescale problems, like we have Limescale problems, one solution is to use rainwater where you can. So this is the UK. I've got a garden. I've got several water butts in my garden. Barrels, whatever you want to call them, if it's offended anybody. Sorry. Yeah, we've got water butts, barrels. So collect the rainwater and use it for cleaning where you can. I use it in my steam cleaner. Use it to clean the floor, just rainwater. What's wrong with it? It's come from the sky. If it bothers you about bits of sediment gathering in the water as it's running off your roof or whatever, just sieve it. Just sieve it into whatever you want to use it in. Sieve it, get rid of any bits and pieces that's in there, grit or whatever. Just sieve it and use it like that. You could also use it in your iron. If you're that bothered about it, boil it first, but you've got to have issues if you think that rainwater's dirty. Really. Sorry if you've got issues. Anyway. Yeah, rainwater is a solution because it's come from the sky, it's not passed through anything that's got lime in it, so it's not picked up any impurities or anything. So yeah, that's one solution. So you could use that in your iron, you could use it in your steam cleaner, use it when cleaning your windows if you wanted to. But if you use a squeegee, especially the window vac, if you can use one of them, they're the best thing since sliced bread. You can also use it on tiles. Our bathroom is tiled all the way around from top to bottom. It's only a very, very tiny bathroom, but it's tiled all the way around. So you can just go like that with the squeegee and just dry the tiles off so the Limescale doesn't accumulate on your tiles. As I said before, it will not eliminate that forever, but it will greatly reduce how often you will have to clean that off, and it's a big job when you have to do it, isn't it? Especially the shower screen. It just, you have one shower and you get out, and if you don't clean that screen, you'll just get all white marks on the glass and it looks dirty. It's not dirty, you've cleaned it. You've just cleaned it. You've used whatever bathroom cleaner you use. Give it a lovely clean, polished it up, it looks lovely. First shower, watermarks. Dry it off, there's no watermarks. Then there's another matter, isn't there? Limescale on your appliances. The way I do it for my kettles, because I've got a normal electric kettle and I've got my little one that we put on the fire, I use vinegar. And when I say vinegar, I mean I've got a 5 litre bottle of white vinegar, and right or wrong, but we're still alive and we're healthy, right or wrong, I will pour all the vinegar into the kettle as high as it will go, leave it 2-3 hours, as long as you can really, and empty that vinegar back into your bottle. So it's recycling the vinegar, I've never noticed a problem. I've never noticed a build up of anything in there. It's just to remove the limescale, and that's what vinegar does. It gets rid of it that way. Vinegar's great because it's a natural cleaner as you're gonna get. Vinegar and lemon juice are quite good cleaners, but they're mild and you have to give it contact time, which is why it's a couple of 3 hours or something like that. So that's how I do my kettle. Just leave it to soak, let it, as I say when I'm at work, because I'm a cleaner, let the chemicals do the work for you. Why make work for you? Why scrub? Why are you going to scrub it when you can let it soak and come back to it? It's done. Brilliant. So yeah, that's the way to remove it in kettles. I've got a secret to tell you now. I never iron. I don't iron. So I've never had to descale my iron because I rarely use it. I get my husband to do it. He doesn't mind. So. Just buy clothes that don't need ironing. Follow me for more tips on ironing skills because I ain't got any. If you've got watermarks on the outside of your appliance, like with my little kettle, see all there. You can feel it. I hate limescale, it's just dirty. The way to get that off, because the way to remove that with vinegar, if you get a piece of kitchen towel, so you get some kitchen towel. Now you won't need all of this, but if you put it onto the area you want the limescale to be removed from, spray it on, and the wet will contact the surface underneath. Because if you use vinegar, very runny, it won't stick on, it'll run off. So if you've got some, let me just show you an example. So we're going to wet that a little bit, and if you see how it will hold itself on. So you'll just dab it down, taking care not to rip the tissue, and it will hold itself on. So that's the way that you would do it on the outside of your appliance. Don't get it too wet because the tissue will tear. And I will do a video on it at some stage because it will be quite useful. Might do it now actually, I might do it while I've got it all out.